Ant, we could stay silly or we could get serious. What do you want to do?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I hate getting serious.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got Micheal Moore.
Well, how are we spelling it?
S-I-R.
Yeah. Oh, Micheal Moore. Yeah.
Micheal Moore and Rachel Maddow out talking guns.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all about
great.
the guns lately. You got to talk about guns.
Micheal Moore is just proving he's very accurate.
What?
I read what he said, and I'm like, well, describes me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, what am I going to do?
Well, let's play this clip then. They can't get enough of the gun discussion on TV these days.
They love talking guns.
I'm more worried about cabs than fucking those black town cars.
I love the guns.
Than guns.
My God, man.
Yes, and I am loath to bring up what is in our head because we don't like to talk about it so much. But on this particular day, on Martin Luther King Day, I think this needs to be said. That imaginary person that's going to break into your home and kill you, who does that person look like? You know, it's not freckled-faced Jimmy down the street, is it really? I mean, that's not what really people, we never really want to talk about the racial or the class part of this in terms of how it's the poor or it's people of color that we imagine we're afraid of. Why are we afraid? What is that? And it's been a fear that has existed for a very, very long time. And, you know, but I love this quote by Martin Luther King. Somebody said to him one time, you know, why do we need to enact a federal anti-lynching law? You know, I mean, you can't force people to love each other. You can't, you know, a law isn't going to make somebody not a racist. And he said, yeah, that's true. You can't legalize us getting along with each other. But I have a feeling if we pass an anti-lynching law, it probably is going to help. And it did. And we need these laws. But we also need to address the larger issue of why are we such a violent people? And not just personal domestic violence, but a nation that invades other countries, that has such a huge weapons budget, that just seems just so intent on violence being the answer. And I think that's the thing we want to dance around here. We're afraid of really talking about it. If we can just focus on something else, we're going to be okay.
He is such an asshole, by the way.
But we met him.
I have to address.
But we met him.
Yeah, we met him. All right.
He was nice to us. He liked us.
Because he's a phony crock of shit, is what I saw.
I can't hate phony. I can't hate anyone I've met.
I hate him. He's a phony. He's a phony. He's got an image and a persona that he puts across as this, you know, liberal. Look at me. I'm out for this little guy thing. And then you sit and talk with him for 10 minutes, and you realize he's a fucking, you know, he's just a showbiz guy looking to sell his next project.
Aren't they all show busy on TV, though?
Oh, yeah. But
I mean,
he tries to come across
like he's not show busy.
Really into his causes and stuff.
It's hard to take Bill O'Reilly serious when he's yelling and screaming, and then does a plug for his fucking no spin zone coffee
mugs
and
everything.
Frisbees and whatever else he slaps a label on.
Everyone's hawking
Keith Olbermann
their wares.
does the same shit.
Let me address something here.
Sure.
Statistically, Micheal Moore described what home invaders look like and where they come from. This imaginary person that breaks into your house, if they're there to rob your house or unless it's a personal attack on you for something work related or marriage dispute or cheating or something like that. If a criminal is breaking into your house in a home invasion, statistically, it's probably going to be a young black male. That's just police investigating attempted break-in in Kings Point, Long Island home invasion. It's right up on the Fox 5 screen I'm looking at right now.
Why is Long Island?
Now, get me a description, please.
Why is Long Island the capital of home invasions?
Because I'll tell you.
I mean, for the people, I hope they understand. We're in Manhattan right now. Okay, to our east is Long Island, to our west is Jersey, and then you go north, you got Connecticut and all that. But when it comes to home invasions, they never talk about home invasions in Jersey or anywhere else. It's always Long Island. Why?
Long Island's an easy place to do a home invasion because you're close to major thoroughfares, major arteries that take you right back to the city again. So you could rob a place, get back on the highway, and then you're back on the road. You're out of that town for that you just robbed a house in, and you're back into the city, wherever the fuck you come from, probably the city.
Mm-hmm.
But the thought that Micheal Moore sits there and says that statistics say that the gun crime, things like this, gang-related violence, it's going to be minorities. It's going to be minorities. And when he talks about why we're such a violent country and going to war against other nations, that's his idea of a violent country is the white politician being violent, or this asshole in Arizona being the violent guy with the gun. Hey, Micheal Moore, how about the fucking thousands of gang-related minority shootings that happen with illegal guns every year in this country?
Mm-hmm.
Address those. What, those people get a free pass, Micheal Moore, because they're black or Hispanic? Because white people are afraid of home invasions, of which, as I'm talking about you and this imaginary home invasion shit, I look up on the TV at the same time. Swear to God. We were just talking about it. I look up, and right by my home, I'm looking at a home invasion. So don't tell me what's imaginary. By the way, you fat fuck. I bet I could talk to him live down there at the Whopper place. I might as well just go down there. Odds are he's down there.
Getting his breakfast.
He's a guy that does not want to look at reality. He's got this fucking fantasy world in his head that all this crime, all this minority crime, black on black crime, black on white, Hispanic against black, black against Hispanic. Look at the L.A. gangs just wiping each other out. He thinks that somehow white people are all responsible for this violence. It's Whitey. It ain't Whitey. Tell them to behave. Make a movie called Fucking Behave.
Jesus.
How about you do that?
What the hell?
Bowling for Behave. Do that. I want to see you make that movie. Bowling for Behave. Fuck him.
Wow. And Micheal Moore, to add to the discussion, he's an NRA member, isn't he? Lifetime.
He did that to fucking be able to fuck with the NRA. It's like Easy E going to the fucking Republican dinner.
All right, when did he join the NRA?
Probably when he was a kid. He said
I'm here lifetime. So
he said,
if he was a kid, he didn't know any better as a kid. But if he joined the NRA only, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, then it's very calculated.
I don't know when he joined the NRA. He's in one of his movies, it might be Bowling for Columbine, he talks about how he had hunted as a kid, and him and his dad would go out and shoot with rifles and
the hell was he hunting
like that.
Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, Flint, Michigan. Yeah, go to Flint now, and of course it's all because
hunting
of
the guy that took my car.
Yeah.
That's Flint, Michigan.
And all the crime there is because of the auto industry going down and white people again, just rich white people fucking over why there's so much crime.
Yeah.
How about you just behave? How about you don't depend on Whitey to fuck you over or do good for you? How about you look around your neighborhood, realize, holy shit, there's a shitstorm going on every fucking night here with gunfire and everything else, and you fucking take care of your own block. And then the other guys take care of their block. And before you know it, you got a little neighborhood starting. It's like a game, like Sim City. There you go. It's like Sim City. Fix your shit.
I thought you wanted to stay in a good mood.
Bowling for Behave.
That's going to be the line of the day. By the way, Danny.
Tired of him.
We got to do line of the day again. It's time.
Yeah.
With bowling, what is it?
Bowling for Behave.
Bowling for Behave.
Just behave yourselves.
We got to bring back line of the day officially.
Micheal Moore's an asshole. And I'll tell you one thing.
We had him on the show. You didn't say any of this stuff to him.
If he was here right now today and he came up with that lame-ass fuck statement that everybody that owns a gun is racist and fears fears people of color. That's what it is. You fear people of color and you're racist. How is it racist and fearing people of color when every time I see a home invasion, convenience store security cameras, people being shot. A large majority of the time, it's minorities doing it. I'm just stating fact here. I've looked at FBI statistics. I've looked at them. I've seen them. And he just wants to, he's constantly blaming Whitey. See, he had to say, oh, it's not the freckle-faced guy. He mean, oh, what, the white guy? Mm-hmm. Look at the alarm commercials. He must love those. Oh, look, it's an accurate depiction of a white guy kicking in the door in a suburban neighborhood. Stop already. This Micheal Moore with his lines of shit. What's the matter? No interest in any of your projects? You got to come up and chime in on this Tucson situation?
Well, why don't we get him on the air? Roland, try to get Micheal Moore on the air today.
Yeah, get the Micheal Moore.
Yeah, he might take a call from us today.
Micheal Moore.
Yeah.
Stop it already.
No Whoppers till 10:30.
More importantly.
And no more Pizza Burger.
Why did they get rid of that?
The fuck is going on with our Whoppers?
I'm getting the text updates from Trav Dog.
Oh, Trav Dog went to, tell him to go to Pop-Tart World.
Oh, stupid Pop.
Tell him to stop by Pop-Tart World and see if that place is still in business.
How's that place doing?
Worst business idea ever, Pop-Tart World. Check it out for yourself if you ever make it to Times Square.
Yeah.
It's a disaster of a business model.
They thought it was going to be like the M&M store, and ain't quite panning out, is it?
Not at all. So
Tart store.
Joseph H. from Charlotte. Did Jay Moore really say this? Per Jay Moore, he writes, Rachel Maddow is Fred Savage all grown up.
That's pretty good. What was Rachel Maddow saying? Anything?
No,
Did she
really.
chime in?
Not really.
Everyone that owns a gun, as Micheal Moore says, is racist and has a fear of people of color. The media always
let me go to Justin in Tampa. He wants to argue with you a little bit.
All right, Justin.
We're not going to make a thing out of this. We're going to move on to other material. But Justin, you got through in the nick of time. Go.
All right. How much of this? And I know you say you read the FBI statistics, but how much of this is the media covering? The black guy that's the home invader. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's a story about this 19-year-old black girl who comes home from college, goes to visit some friends in Baltimore, and disappears. And, the mayor or the police chief of Baltimore says, this is our Natalie Holloway, but it's a black girl. No one's covering it. If it was a little white girl, it would be all over the news. So how much does the media play a role in this?
Well, you're talking about two different things. As far as abductions go, the media will always concentrate a lot more on the little blonde-haired white girl than they will the black girl. Don't know why. That's just the way it is.
I've never seen a program stopped for a special report because a black girl is missing.
Yeah.
So I guess if you watch TV, you got to assume that black girls are never abducted.
Never abducted.
Right?
Just never happens, I guess.
They're not going to stop your American Idol to tell you that some girl went missing, some black girl went missing. But if she has blonde hair and blue eyes, boy, man,
yeah,
you're not going to be watching American Idol for a while.
It's dude, it also has to do with demographics, and the news wants to tug on the old heartstrings of the most people they can, and when you're talking 10, 11% of the population being black, I think the news sees that as like, well, how many people are really going to be interested? But if we put a little, blonde Jean Bonnet looking thing on there, we're going to really get a lot of viewers. Now, that's totally different than black crime, because that could be looked at with statistics, with arrest records, with it's something that could actually be looked at. And it's very rare. I would love to watch First 48 and see a fuckload of white people killing other white people on that show and have investigators find out that, it's a couple of white guys and they killed a white guy. It's constantly black on black murders on First 48. Very rarely you'll see white people. You'll see Hispanics. But for the most part, it's amazing how many black people are killing each other out there.
Well, so Anthony, then, is it, can we agree that it's a lot of how do we scare white people? in the media.
No,
We
it's
scare
but
white
it's
people by showing little white girls being abducted.
how is it? I'm not talking about white girls being abducted. That's not my point. I'm never making that point. I agree with that. What I'm saying is crime. I'm talking gun crime here. Let's talk gun crime. We're talking about a lot of disproportionate number of minorities committing gun crimes.
Oh, I'll agree with that. But
all right.
At the same time, it's when white people get angry at each other, we don't shoot each other, we sue each other. It's just
is that a tattoo?
Like a totally different thing.
Yeah. So you called up to argue, yet you're agreeing with me?
No. What I'm saying is my argument was how much of it is the media just wanting to show what they want to show and wanting to show things that scare the people watching.
Nah, you're arguing apples and eggplants. I don't want to sit here and argue that.
Whoa.
All right, boys. You'll have a good day.
All right. See, he got scared. He ran away.
He did run away.
So what? Bowling for what?
Bowling for behave.
Bowling for behave.
Bowling for behave.
I'm trying to think if we could rework some other black movies with the word behave.
I'm sick of him.
I'm smelling a bit today.
I'm sick of Micheal Moore.
Are you? Is he really hurting anybody?
Yes.
Who's
He's
he hurting?
spreading his dumb ass shit liberal bullshit propaganda. And that dumbass no ratings channel with Rachel Maddow.
No,
isn't that funny?
No, they cleaned her up and
They
made her
didn't
look
clean her up.
They made her look like a girl before they gave her a TV show.
A girl?
Have you seen the pictures of her before they decided to put her on TV?
Yeah, but
they softened her up.
Yeah, well,
she's
she
more
still
manly
looks like
than Travis before she was doing TV.
Looks like a guy.
Find pictures of what she used to look like before they had to make her sort of look feminine for MSNBC.
She looks like a man.
That's why I said sort of. This is what she used to look like.
Oh, crap.
You would say that's a guy.
Yeah, I would say that was a gay man.
She looks like B.J. Novak.
B.J. Novak.
From The Office, anybody?
Oh, okay.
But she used to look exactly like a college.
Yeah, she looks
boy.
like some kind of a gay college
and
boy.
MSNBC's like, look, man, if you want a TV show, we're going to have to make you look like a feminine. We're going to have to make you look like a woman, I should say. Sorry. So they softened her up. She doesn't want to fucking look like that. She wants to look like a boy. Badly.
Yeah.
Badly she wants to look like a boy. Oh, wow. Very good observation,
looks
Danny.
like him. Yep.
Trying to look for
B.J.
one
Novak.
with B.J.
bit.
in glasses.
Yeah, put him in glasses, and it looks like Rachel. Wow. Yeah, I'm just tired of Micheal Moore and his fucking bullshit.
Micheal Moore's.
Micheal Morse.
Micheal Morse.